They are babies, baby frogs, baby frogs. Now, in the middle is what they're like. Is Marty.
I have one on frogs.
Okay, tell me.
Frogs can turn different colors.
Frogs can
What?
colors. That's
They
right.
can. They can turn to leaf. They can turn to leaf colors. Remember the book that which you read us yesterday?
That frogs can turn red,
Orange.
yellow.
Emily.
They find their mate.
They find their mates.
They go.
What?
That makes
Don't
it-
worry.
Oh,
Now, someone tell me
Oh,
how they are alike, both of them. How are they alike to your?
they all eat flies.
They all eat flies. Yes.
That
What else?
Oh.
How are they alike?
they're both born in water.
They're both born in water. They're in water.
Darn it.
Someone tell me something about tadpoles.
Oh.
They're They can breathe underwater. Okay, Malachi.
Tadpoles are born under a lake pond.
No, they're born in water. They're
Miss,
born in water. That's good. Maddox. What were you going to say?
Oh,
What was your thought?
I got it now. The mother frog.
What about the mother frog?
Eggs.
It has eggs.
No, I got it.
They lay eggs in the water.
Lay eggs. Anything else, Connor?
In the spring, the mama will lay a lot of eggs.
Yes, they'll lay lots of eggs. Carter.
They're both frogs.
They are both frogs. Good.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to take one more for
I didn't
for tadpoles. Jordan. Jordan. Jordan, what were you going to say?
Tadpoles are green.
Tadpoles are green.
Put tadpoles
But are frogs green too?
Oh,
Can they be green?
yeah, that can be different.
But
colors.
Rachel,
That's kind of the same thing.
Tadpoles have tails.
Tadpoles
I
have
just said
tails.
that. You took that from me.
Alright. So I want you to, we are going to come back to this in a minute, okay? I'm going to read a story first. We're going to come back to this Venn diagram at the end, Malachi, okay? I'm going to read Frogs by Gail Gibbons.
Yeah, that's
Alright, for us to read, we've got to be quiet. We've got to be quiet. I like how Donald is sitting. I like how Maddox is sitting.
He's still laughing.
Both of you. It is springtime at a pond. A jelly-like cluster of eggs floats among the water weeds at the pond's surface. These eggs are the beginning of frogs. We did talk about
Well,
that.
that's like 120 eggs or something.
A breeze ripples the surface. The floating clump of eggs is called frog spawn. Frogs lay their eggs in water or wet places. Otherwise, the eggs could dry up and die.
I can't see. But what about that?
But why are half of the eggs out of the water?
They can dry up and all die.
They can if they're not in water. These eggs do not have shells. They are inside jelly-like coverings. As they float, the jelly lets the sun's warmth come through to the eggs inside. Not all the eggs will survive. Most of the time, the large and slimy mass of eggs is too slippery and too big to be eaten. This is nature's way of protecting them, just like your mom and dad protect you. But some of the smaller cluster of eggs will be eaten by creatures living in or near the pond.
I was gonna say that
That's the clownfish.
clownfish eating
No, it's protecting the egg.
How?
Just like your mom protect you. The dark centers of the eggs slowly grow into frog embryos. The embryos grow until they look like small tadpoles. Tadpoles are frog babies. As they grow, they feed off their own egg yolks. The tadpoles grow until they are big enough to break free into the water. It can take from 3 days to 3 weeks for this to happen, depending on what kind of frogs they will become. Marion, please sit up.
I can read Rachel. A long time ago, I had a lot of tadpoles in my house. It was kind of like
Gills. They do have gills.
One by one, the tadpoles hatch from their eggs. They each have a head, tail, and body. The tadpoles wiggle their tails to swim. So one of our facts that we did, tails, was right.
No.
The tadpoles breathe by getting air from the water through feathery outside gills. As they swim, they eat very small plants that stick to larger water plants. These tiny plants are called algae.
I see it says veils right there.
Uh-huh.
I have a question. It says gills.
1 week later, the tadpoles look different. They are bigger. The gills begin to shrink. A flap of skin slowly grows over them. The tadpoles' mouths become hard with tiny teeth in their upper jaws. Now the tadpoles are 1 month old. Their outside gills have disappeared. New gills inside the tadpoles take oxygen from the water, just like we breathe in oxygen. They breathe in oxygen. But they breathe in from
Water.
the water.
And we don't breathe
And
in water.
we don't breathe in water.
Because we're not sea creatures.
Their tails are wider for stronger swimming. Something wonderful begins to happen. At the base of their tails bulges out. This is where the hind frog legs are growing.
Mimi's thing,
Mm-hmm.
and their
Their eggs. Maybe they're tadpoles. The tadpoles have become tiny frogs. They climb out of the pond and onto the land. Their tails will become smaller and smaller until they finally disappear. The tiny frogs begin to eat insects and worms. They aren't vegetarians anymore. Vegetarians. Do you know what vegetarians are? Carter.
Vegetarians are I don't know.
Someone help them out. Carter.
What was the word?
Vegetarians.
Vegetarians are fishes.
Are frogs?
They actually don't eat meat.
They don't eat nothing that is meat. They eat vegetables, apples, and fruits. They don't eat nothing that is meat.
Well, that's how we are. Humans are vegetables, but not vegetables, vegetarians. But how frogs are, they can eat like it said.
They don't eat
They
body parts.
They can eat some plants. Yes,
Yeah, but they don't eat
they don't eat meat.
skin.
Frogs don't hunt for food. Their big eyes are on top of their heads so they can see all the way around. They stay very still. When something flies or crawls nearby, their long, sticky tongues dart out to catch it. They swallow their food whole, so they don't even chew their food. They just swallow it
Their
whole.
tail is gonna disappear.
It's not big.
Maybe.
Frogs have enemies. Foxes, snakes, rats, birds, and other creatures eat frogs when they can catch them. A sudden leap is a quick escape from danger. For protection, some frogs have skin glands that make them taste bad or make them poisonous. Sometimes their skin color hides from their enemies. This is called camouflage. Frogs make different sounds. Often male frogs call their mates this way. They pull air into air sacs at their throats. The air sacs expands to look like bubbles. When frogs force the air out of their air sacs and into their lungs, the air passages over the vocal cords, which vibrate to make sounds. They make different calls that mean different things. Sometimes frogs are very loud. Have you ever seen a frog in their throat?
They go crack.
Really big? Really big?
That sounds like a bird.
What is
I went to a hotel and there was this frog
it?
and it jumped in the pool while we were swimming and I saw it do it.
They go.
Yeah, you can see that big throat open.
But they go.
Where it is cold in the winter, the frogs go to sleep. Sometimes they find shelter hollows.
Rachel.
Often frogs dig into the muddy bottom of a pond. All winter they sleep covered with mud. They stay completely motionless. This is called hibernation.
What's that hibernation?
When they go into
They go
hiding.
in. Oh yeah, now I know. I remember what it is. He's
when it's really cold. In the springtime, when the sun begins to warm up the ground and the pond's water, the frogs come out of the hibernation. They are healthy and hungry.
Look, he's running. Miss Rachel. Also, when they're doing ribbit, they also put that big belly.
Mhm.
There's a frog.
People who know a lot about frogs are called herpetologists. They spend lots of time watching and waiting to learn more about these animals. Experts tell us there are more than 3,800 different kinds of frogs. Frogs play an important role in the balance of nature. They keep insects under control by eating so many of them. Also, frogs are food for other animals. Frogs are many different sizes, shapes, and colors. It is fun to learn about them. You can be a frog expert too.
I want to be a frog.
3,800. That's a lot of different frogs.
Holy.
Pardon?
Where say that? Where say that? Holy chocolate. In Miss Class's book, what she read yesterday, it said 4,000 frogs.
Well, you could have 3,000 or 4,000. They don't really know yet.
Because
Here is the difference between a frog and a toad. A frog looks kind of different from a toad, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because the toads are bigger than the frog.
What's the most biggest difference between them?
They're not the same color.
Their skin.
Yeah, that one.
Their skin is not the same.
There's bumps, yes.
Toads have bumps
That
on
one
them,
does.
and frogs
That one has
don't.
bumps and that one does.
I think
Toads
I've
have
seen
bumps
the
on
toads.
them, and frogs have a kind of smooth skin on them.
He looked like a man.
Yeah, it looks kind of mad. And they also have shorter legs, too, it looks like.
That's a
Yeah, shorter legs. So,
the end.
let's look at our facts again and see if we were right. Did it say that it changed colors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it say that in
No.
our
Wish Miss Ranger was a favorite.
But did it say that they had mates?
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
Yes.
They also eat from their eggs. They eat the egg.
On their mates, they get food And they lay eggs. Did it talk about eggs?
Yes.
And baby frogs.
It talked about the baby frogs.
They eat
Talk
the yolk
about
in
the
their
water.
It talked about they eat the yolk.
It talked
and
about
eggs.
eggs in
That's what I
water.
was gonna
It talked
say.
about. Did it talk about them breathing underwater?
It
Yes.
talked about the
Yes.
tails.
That's what I
Did it talk about the tails?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe like that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
eat yolk.
What about the tails? What did it
Yeah.
say that it? What happened? What will happen to its tail? There?
It will
No.
disappear.
It will disappear. That's right. Did it tell me that they both ate flies?
Yes.
Both of them?
No.
Who?
It told that the frogs eat flies.
The
Tadpoles
Frogs eat flies.
Tadpoles eat their eggs.
Oh, so we're gonna have to put this over here.
Tadpoles eat their eggs.
Can you sit up, Jonathan, please?
Tadpoles
Eat.
yolk out of their eggs.
Yes. Okay. Did it talk about them living in water? Yes.
Can you put that up there?
What did it talk about frogs?
Yes.
Can you put
Frogs
the-
are the frogs.
Tadpoles and frogs are,
The same. They're both frogs.
they are both frogs. It did talk about that. And what about that they were green?
They're kind of different colors. They are green. It said that they get camouflage though.
It did say that they got camouflage, so we might have to add that.
Like that? Is there a camouflage rock too? Yes.
Okay. So you can see that we kind of have some similarities. They have similarities together, and then they're also different.
What is that?
Similarities means that they are alike. They are alike. That's what this middle column is about. And then these are the different parts that they have. So would we say that tadpoles and frogs are different, but they are alike in some ways?
They're both
Yeah. They are both frogs. Alright, so we have concluded our whole lesson about frogs.
No, you didn't say the yolk. You didn't say the yolk. Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel. You didn't say the yolk. Gum on the floor.